The Curse of Mickey Mouse. In the depths of a forgotten forest stood an abandoned theme park called Wonderland Meadows. The once vibrant rides and colorful attractions now lay decrepit and overgrown with twisted vines and shadows of the past. It was said that an unspeakable evil clung to the remains of the park, a curse that had consumed all who dared to enter its gates. One dark and stormy night, a group of friends ventured into the desolate theme park seeking thrills and adventure. Among them was Sarah, a brave and curious soul who had always been drawn to the supernatural. She had heard whispers of the curse that haunted Wonderland Meadows, but her curiosity far outweighed her fear. As they made their way through the abandoned park, Sarah's eyes were drawn to an old, run-down attraction labeled Mickey's Magical Maze. The once enchanting maze was now a labyrinth of crumbling walls and twisted passages. Despite her friends' protests, Sarah was determined to explore the maze and uncover its secrets. As they entered the maze, a feeling of unease washed over Sarah. The air grew thick with an otherworldly presence, and the shadows seemed to dance around them like malevolent spirits. Suddenly, they heard a faint rustling sound, like whispers carried on the wind. And then they saw him. Mickey Mouse, the beloved cartoon character, stood before them. But this was not the cheerful icon they knew. His eyes were hollow, and his smile twisted into a malevolent grin. The air around him crackled with dark energy, and his very presence exuded a sense of dread. As Mickey advanced towards them, Sarah felt a primal fear grip her heart. She knew in that moment that the curse of Wonderland Meadows was real, and they were now trapped in its clutches. With a sudden burst of strength, she pushed her friends behind her, determined to face the evil that lay before them. But as they tried to flee, they found themselves trapped within the maze, the walls shifting and changing around them like a living entity. Their screams echoed through the twisted passages, but there was no escape from the curse that bound them to this accursed place. Mickey's voice rang out through the maze, a haunting melody that sent shivers down their spines. "Welcome to my kingdom," he whispered, his words dripping with malice. "You have entered a realm of darkness and despair, where nightmares come to life and reality twists into madness." As the friends stumbled through the maze, they encountered horrors beyond imagination. Ghostly apparitions stalked their every move, their eyes glowing with an unholy light. Shadows danced on the walls, whispering tales of death and misery. And at the heart of it all stood Mickey Mouse, a puppet master of their darkest fears. Driven by a desperate hope, Sarah searched for a way to break the curse that bound them to this nightmarish realm. She knew that they were running out of time, that if they did not escape soon, they would be consumed by the darkness that surrounded them. With a sudden burst of inspiration, Sarah remembered a childhood rhyme her grandmother had taught her, a spell of protection against malevolent spirits. As she spoke the words, a faint light shimmered around her, pushing back the shadows and revealing a path to freedom. Taking her friends' hands, Sarah led them through the maze, their steps guided by the flickering light of her protection spell. As they neared the exit, Mickey's laughter echoed through the maze, a chilling sound that sent shivers down their spines. But Sarah refused to let fear consume her. With a final burst of strength, she banished the curse that had plagued Wonderland Meadows for centuries, breaking the hold that Mickey Mouse had over the abandoned theme park. As they emerged from the maze, the curse lifted, and the park was bathed in a warm light that banished the shadows and restored the magic that once dwelt within its walls. The friends looked around in wonder, unable to believe that they had survived the nightmarish ordeal. But as they turned to leave, a faint whisper echoed in the wind. "Beware," it said, For the curse of Wonderland Meadows is not so easily broken, and Mickey Mouse waits in the shadows, his evil never truly vanquished. And so, the friends left the abandoned theme park behind, their hearts heavy with the knowledge that the darkness they had faced that night would forever haunt their memories. The curse of Mickey Mouse lived on, a malevolent force that would never be truly defeated. And as they walked away, Sarah knew that their adventure in Wonderland Meadows was only the beginning of a much darker tale that awaited them in the shadows of the night. The curse of Mickey Mouse would always linger in the corners of their minds, a reminder that some nightmares are far too real to be forgotten.